What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to try not to hold y'all for long, but I just want to know, and I want you guys to ask yourself this question: do you like yourself? So I have a whole list. I think I'm on number 18. I had made a whole list of topics that I wanted to talk about on YouTube, and things that I wanted to encourage anybody who came across my channel. And like I said, I think this is number 18. So I'm almost finished. And I made this list a long time ago, and I forgot a lot of the stuff that I wrote down. And so me asking this question is making me think about it myself. And so it's a deep thing to ask. It's a good thing to ask, because these are the type of questions that make, at least me, these are the type of questions that really stop and make me think and analyze where I am in my life. And it's a self-evaluation on how I feel about myself and my self-esteem. And of course, I'm the type of person that when I start thinking about something, I'll have another thought that's related, and then that thought will think me about something else, and then before you know it, I'm on a whole rabbit trail about a whole lot of things of how it's all connected. And so, I mean, shoot, I can just tell you a little bit of my story. So I grew up, it's interesting because from maybe kindergarten all the way up to fourth grade, I was pretty sure of myself. And it wasn't until about fifth grade, when I fell in love with acting and fell in love with movies, that I started to feel kind of, just weird. I was the only one of the few thespians in my association. And so movies and the arts just kind of captivated me. And I never could really find my people, my clique, if you will. And so from fifth grade up until junior year of high school, I didn't have the highest self-image. And then fast forwarding, afterwards, 11th grade was the year that I said, like, middle fingers up to everybody. I'm going to be who I am. And if you don't like it, who cares? But as you know, life happens. And a little while after high school and in college, 24 came. And that was a dark, 24 and 25 were some dark years. And that kind of set the precedence as to where I'm at today. Not to say that I'm still living in the past of 24 years ago, or sorry, from 10 years ago when I was 24. But I'll never forget what a really good friend of mine said. He said this to me when I was in high school too. He said, your 20s set your life up for when you're in your 30s. And so on and so on. And so me being in high school, he was really big on education and college and setting the precedence for what you want your life to be like. Because to his point, he was like, okay, now these are the years where you start building the life that you're going to have when you're in your 20s. And the life you have in your 20s is the life you build for the life you have in your 30s, and so on and so on. And so I saw that on my list about, do you like yourself? And like I said, it's just making me think about my life in retrospect. And I want to pose that question to you guys. Do you guys like yourself? Do you like where you are in life? And let's not even focus on do you like where you are in life, but do you like who you are right now in life? Do you like your personality? Do you like the way you treat people? Do you think you have a solid foundation about who you are as a person and your confidence? Do you feel confident about how you see the world and the way you see the world? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think there's something that might need to be looked at? Is there something or some things that people in your life who love you that have been telling you, you know what, yeah, you cool in this area, but in this area, you could be a little short-circuited. Like you can have an attitude whenever we talk about this. You know what I mean? These are good questions to think about and to ask yourself. And so, if I'm just going to be blunt, for me, do I like myself? I would say yes. I would say yes. Do I think there are things that I could be doing better? 100%. 100%. But there's always something that could be done better in your life. There's always something that we could be improving. So, but it's interesting because with that, you almost, at least for me, it's challenging to not associate. It's hard for me to say, okay, do you like yourself, without automatically thinking, do I like where I am in life as well? Mainly money, job, career, all of that stuff, success, all the stuff that you thought you were going to have, and all the places that you thought you were going to go, and all the things that you thought you were going to accomplish at this particular point in life. Are you happy with that? And again, they're two separate things, but if we're going to be real, it's hard for a lot of people, at least for me, to not kind of mesh them in as one of the same. Because I think as humans, at least maybe in American culture, this could be a Western thing, a lot of times we tie in success with our identity, meaning who we are. And so it's like, okay, well, if you're not making X amount of money, or if you haven't achieved X amount of things by now in this point in life, how happy are you really with yourself? Do you feel okay about that? Like, I just think it's interesting. It's such a trip. But again, I'm gonna ask you guys to work with me and work with yourselves and find the difference between liking who you are and liking where you are in life. That might be I might just do another video about that. Just talking about where you are in life, not the type of person you are, and are you happy with that? So this is a self-reflective video, and I think it's healthy, and I think it's good for us to bring up things like this and to talk about it. And, you know, I'm a stranger on the internet, y'all. So if you come across this video and you don't know me, I understand if you don't want to post a comment in the description. That's cool. But I think this is a good topic to bring up amongst your own circle of friends that you have, your own family members. If you're married, this is good stuff to talk about with your spouse. Even if you're in a relationship, hopefully it's a serious one. I mean, if you're my age, I'm hoping that you're going in the direction of a serious relationship and not a situationship. But this is the kind of stuff that we need to talk about when we're in relationship with a significant other that we're considering spending the rest of our lives with. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you like who you are? Do you like yourself? And that topic can go so much deeper. So much deeper. But let this be food for thought. We are already at 9 minutes. And so I think I'm gonna wrap it up right here. But let yourself really think about that question and be honest with yourself and answer it. It's good. It's a good talk. Anyway, I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.